Even though Xiaomi's first foldable phone, the Mi Mix Fold, hasn't even gone on sale yet, Hong Kong's crazy fast phone import scene has already gotten early bird retail units. The Mi Mix Fold will come in two colors, black and blue. Hello everyone and welcome back to Tech Advances. Today we'll tell you about the Xiaomi Foldable Phone Ever. So without further ado, let's get started. A day after Samsung showed off two foldable devices, Mix Fold 2 was released in China by Xiaomi. The camera system on the new phone is made by Leica, and the screen is 6.56 inches on the outside and 8.0 inches on the inside. For now, the phone is only sold in China. The base price for a version with 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage is RMB 8,999, which is about $1,335. This puts the price between that of the Samsung Fold 4, which costs $1,800, and that of the Motorola Razr Flip, which costs $890. Xiaomi's foldable phone is better than Samsung's in a number of important ways. For example, Fold 5's outside screen is 6.56 inches, which is bigger than the Fold 4's 6.2-inch screen, and Fold 5's inside screen is 8.02 inches, which is bigger than Fold 4's 7.6-inch screen. It's helpful to compare these numbers to those of Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 4, which has a body that's 6.3mm thick when it's open and between 14.2 and 15.8mm thick when it's folded. I haven't tried these phones yet, but I'm sure there's a big difference between them and regular candy bar phones, since foldable phones are very bulky when folded. The main sensor has 50 megapixels and is powered by Leica. The ultra-wide sensor has 13 megapixels and the telephoto sensor has 8 megapixels and a 2x optical zoom. The system can record in 8K resolution and is compatible with the Dolby Vision HDR standard. Xiaomi said that the relationship with Leica goes as far as the vibrant look and authentic look styles of photography, which sound more like exercises in branding than anything else. The company was able to fit all of the internal parts into a thin frame that is 5.4mm wide when it's open and 11.2mm wide when it's folded. As a point of comparison, the Samsung Fold 4 is 6.3mm thick when it's open and 15.8mm thick when it's folded. Even so, Xiaomi's flagship phone has a camera bump that sticks out very far. The Snapdragon 8 Plus processor in both the Galaxy Fold and the Mix Fold 2 is the most recent version made by Qualcomm. Even though the phone looks as though it has a lot of potential on paper, it's only available in China right now. This means it won't be able to compete with well-known brands like Samsung. Analysts think that foldables will grow, which is different from the global smartphone market, which is growing less quickly. Counterpoint says that the number of foldables that businesses will ship will go up from the 16 million they thought would be shipped this year to 26 million next year. Even though Xiaomi could make a name for itself in the industry, Samsung is still a long way ahead of the competition right now. Since the beginning of the industry, Samsung has been the leader, and we think this will continue for some time. Several companies like Huawei, Oppo, Xiaomi, and Vivo are coming out with new foldables. However, most of these devices are only available in the Chinese market. Gene Park, a senior analyst at Counterpoint, says that Motorola may be the only competitor for the time being in markets like the United States. China is now taking pre-orders for the Mix Fold 2 and shipments will start on October 16th. The larger inner folding display, which unfolds to be 8 inches long, looks great. It can show up to 10 bits of color and has a maximum brightness of 600 nits. Unfortunately, it only has a refresh rate of 60 Hz, and if you look at it from an odd angle, you can see a crease in the middle. To be clear, the problem with the folds could also happen with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2, so keep that in mind. When it comes to the folding part of the device, the Mi Mix Fold does not have better hardware than the Huawei Mate X2. I'm sorry to be so direct, but this is the truth. The Xiaomi Mi Mix Fold has the same problems as Huawei's foldable smartphone, which were quote-unquote fixed by making the crease on the folding screen bigger and making the hinge not fold completely flat. The Xiaomi Foldable has bigger bezels on both the inside and outside screen than the Huawei Mate X2. This is true no matter which screens are being looked at, but the setting is very important. Compared to the Xiaomi Mi Mix Fold, which costs 9,999 Chinese yuan or $1,500, the Huawei Mate X2 costs 17,999 Chinese yuan or $2,700. Also, because of the ongoing restriction in the United States, the Mate X2 can't use key Google services, but the Xiaomi Mi Mix Fold can. So, even though the Mate X2 is the most impressive piece of mobile hardware I've ever held, the Mi Mix Fold is much more popular, not just in China but everywhere else in the world as well. The Mi Mix Fold has a strong hinge and it feels more rounded all over compared to the Galaxy Z Fold 2, especially in the corners where the hinges meet. On the other hand, the hinge on the Galaxy Z Fold 2 feels more pointed. The phone has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 processor, 256 or 512 gigabytes of storage space, 12 or 16 gigabytes of RAM, and a 5020 mAh battery. This one has the most powerful battery of any foldable phone we've seen so far. Considering that the phone only has panels that work at 90Hz or 60Hz, the battery life should be pretty good. I expect it to last easily for about a day and a half. If you need more power, the charging brick that came with the phone can give the battery 67 watts of power. The Xiaomi Mi Mix Fold camera's liquid lens works just as was described. The Mi Mix Fold has a triple main camera system with 108 megapixel main camera and a 13 megapixel ultra-wide and an 8 megapixel liquid lens that Xiaomi talked about a lot. The ultra-wide camera has a field of view of 123 degrees and the main camera has a field of view of 108 degrees. Xiaomi came up with the liquid lens on its own. It's made up of a layer of liquid that changes the focus and focal length of the sensor when it's exposed to an electrical voltage. Even though I'm not an expert on camera hardware, I can confirm that a single lens can produce a 3-time optical zoom without losing quality and also take macro photos. All the way around the front of the Mi Mix Fold is a single 20 megapixel camera for taking selfies. There's no camera that faces the front of the device on the bigger screen. I can say for sure that cameras on the Mi Mix Fold are pretty good. The main 100 megapixel sensor creates natural bokeh when you're close to the subject you're photographing, and it creates an excellent dynamic range when you're photographing directly into the sun. The ultra-wide seems to be fine. The colors in the picture aren't as bright as they could be, and the range of light and dark isn't as good as it could be. To be fair, this is a pretty hard situation to shoot in because I'm pointing at the sun. The ultra-wide cameras of the Oppo Find X3 Pro and the OnePlus 9 Pro, which are the best in their fields, have also spoiled me. The phone is very popular and people are definitely looking forward to buying it. That's it for today, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and comment down below what phone you use. Thank you for watching.